Maybe I won't feel any satisfaction from killing you, but I'm still gonna try. Arrogant witch. Well, I suppose that solves that. Although, she'll definitely be back one day. And when she does, I'll be ready. For now, let's be satisfied that we finally discovered what happened. Oh, right. About that. Are you serious? After all that, we still don't know who the patron is. Shit, right. At this point, I'm just glad Miss McCoy wasn't the true mastermind behind this. Speaking of which, now that I've nullified her contract, Celeste should finally have her true memories back. Yeah, I do remember what happened. But it's still really fuzzy. I've really been trying to remember what was on Arya's contract when I caught a glimpse of it. But I think that's the memory Eris manipulated the most. It's possible that she will need some time to recover from the Empress's demonic influence. But we don't have that kind of time. That damned demon led us around for the entire morning. And we lost nearly an hour due to Cuthbert disputing that contract. It's just past noon. Right. We have less than 3 hours before every magical trace of the crime scene disappears. Could you try testifying? Maybe reviewing everything will help jog your memory? Okay, I'll do my best. Miss McCoy, could you try to remember what happened during your business with the Empress of Discord? I'll try my best. Okay. I think I remember now. He went to meet with Pierce at 150, and we heard that commotion outside at 220. I saw Arya attacking the guards there, and I fought her for about 15 minutes before she broke past me. When I followed her into the prayer room, I found her there with Beatrice and Eris. They knocked Arya, Tyrion, and Pierce unconscious. I checked Tyrion's body and thought he was dead, but I realized now that Beatrice just cast feigned death on him. Anyways, Eris offered her deal to me, but I couldn't go through with killing Pierce. I think you know the rest. A few minutes after Pierce died, Aster, the Inquisition, and the King's Guard showed up to arrest Arya. Why was Aster there? It appears we'll simply need to wait for Celeste's memories to return. It's clear I'm not okay with leaving us vulnerable until then. Even if there's nothing apparently significant, I'd still like to cross-examine her. Go ahead, then. I really like Lucia's character. I didn't expect that. Aster, the Inquisition, the King's Guard arise. So, Pierce died at 2:18. Then at 2:45. Objection! Yeah, okay. Wait, what? What is it, Cuthbert? Celeste, are you sure Aster showed up only a few minutes after Pierce died? Yeah, I remember that part pretty well. Eris seemed really worried about being seen by them. Have you figured something out, Mr. Cuthbert? It's just that... May I remind you that we are extremely pressed for time. Stop wasting our time and just say what you want to say. Celeste, Gag Pierce died at 2:45, and Aster showed up in the prayer room only a few minutes after. Yeah, where are you... Holy shit. That raises a big question. How did Aster enter the prayer room around 2:45? When he should have been trapped in a false cage until 3 p.m.? Ugh! Wait, you're not serious, are you? McCoy's memories are clearly unreliable. My men all reported that His Majesty led them to the prayer room after he exited from the false cage. Normally, that would be more concrete when compared to Celeste's testimony, but we can't trust their testimonies. What are you talking about? While I was disputing Celeste's contract, Eris declared that she made contracts with multiple members of the King's Guard. What? They were working together with her. And if the contracts were structured similarly to Celeste's, she must have had the ability to manipulate their memories. This means that he could have intentionally or unintentionally lied during questioning. To think, even the Kingsguard had been compromised. How could I have let this happen? And even if we assume that he somehow escaped an escapable false cage, how did Asta know to head to the prayer room? Ah, I understand your point. But you do understand what you're implying. I'm not trying to imply anything. I'm just stating the facts that we know. We know that a human, whether willingly or otherwise, worked with the Empress of Discord to orchestrate this massacre. He was deeply trusted by Arya Steelwind. So much so that she didn't even think twice about signing a contract that he gave her. There's only one person who meets those criteria. Asta D. Wyvengard, the reigning king of our kingdom. Order. I will have order. Mr. Cuthbert, do you understand the weight of this accusation? To claim that the king collaborated with a demon in any capacity is no small thing. I do, but I'm hoping this is all a misunderstanding. After all, Eris's goal seemed to be nothing beyond sowing as much discord as possible. She made us believe that Celeste and Arya were both murderers. I want to save Arya, but I also want to believe in the people who believed in me. If Asta has information that can save Arya, then we have to find it. Very well, then. I suppose it's only right, then, with everything that has transpired, that the king should make his truth known. I agree, and I wouldn't have it any other way. King's God, please escort His Majesty to the stand. Thank you for cooperating, Asta. Of course, I understand your position, Mr. Cuthbert. I am hoping you can shed some light on how Arya came to be under the blood contract in the first place. It's possible Eris tricked you somehow and made you carry out the massacre. There has to be something we're not seeing, despite what the evidence points to. Evidence? You're referring to Celeste's testimony, am I correct? I'm sorry to say this, but... Are you sure we can trust her testimony? We can trust her now. She's no longer under the effects of a blood contract. Which you claim no longer exists. But only you have the power to manifest them in the first place. What are you getting at? I'm sorry, Mr. Cuthbert, but I suppose what I mean is... After everything that just happened, how can we trust you? What? You disappeared for quite some time to who knows where. And the only person who was there with you was Celeste and a demon who can clearly alter people's memories. Isn't it a little convenient that she was burnt to a crisp almost immediately after your return? She said it multiple times. That didn't actually kill her. And now you're singling me out as the patron, the one ultimately responsible for the murders of Von Sanctus and Sybil. If that demon made you into her puppet, would this be exactly what she wanted? That's right. How do we know this Heavensborn can be trusted? We've all heard the stories. He's practically a dissident. Well, we know he could be an agent of the theocracy. I can feel the room turning against you. Even the Scale Lord looks wary. Sorry, I didn't mean to insult you after everything you've done. But I suppose there's one way to confirm your theory. And what's that? Use your divine edict on me, just like you've done several times before. If I truly was in league with the demon, shouldn't I have a contract with her? It will appear, even if I was made to forget about it. Ugh. Wait, that's right. We already tried that before and it didn't work. Which means that he definitely doesn't have a contract with her. Why aren't you doing it? I can't. I already tried and nothing appeared. I see. I'm sorry, Mr. Cuthbert. I know you cared deeply for her, but we all saw Celeste's blood contract and we heard her early confession. Not to mention, we have no way of knowing whether Celeste is truly free from Eris's influence. If Miss Steelwind is to be saved, we all must accept what needs to be done. I don't like saying this, but I think it's time this trial came to its conclusion. Don't you, Your Grace? Ugh. Damn it. He's even got the Scale Lord on his side. Even if it's against you, he raised a lot of good points. But is he acting with malice, or is he just being careful? Come on, think, Tyrion. It just proved my blood contract wasn't valid. But the one who made Arya commit those murders is still out there. Maybe you've been thinking about this the wrong way. Eris found ways to trick people into signing blood contracts before. So she wouldn't necessarily need a blood contract to trick Aster into accidentally helping her. The question isn't whether Aster knowingly did this or not. The question is, what part of the plan required Aster's physical involvement? I might have left behind evidence that proves it. How to Arya was forced to signing the blood contract. He could have committed the murders to Arya. He wouldn't have needed to be involved in any of that personally, but there is one thing he definitely needed to do himself. Aster was forced to was allowed to hiding what contract? What? The thing is, Aster needed to do the blood contract with I was tricked into signing the blood contract. I mean, that's true. I wouldn't have phrased it like this, but sure. He needed to trick Arya into signing the contract somehow. But you've seen how she is around him. That wouldn't have been very hard to do. No, Arya may be a lovesick disaster around him, but she's still an attorney. She would be careful to read any contract she signed. We deduced earlier that a blood contract was disguised as a normal legal document. I remember, when you caught a glimpse of it, you immediately started teasing her. I'm really trying, but I just can't remember what I saw. If I was teasing her about it, it was probably related to her relationship with Aster. What did Arya think she was signing? I'm sorry, I know that doesn't really narrow it down, but that's exactly the clue that I needed. Really? Arya signed a marriage license. Asta, there is one piece of physical evidence that proves you were involved in this. Really? The patron controlled Arya and committed each of the murders without having to do anything personally. But this was all contingent on tricking her into signing the contract in the first place. I recall that you went to a meeting with the High Speaker right before the massacre started. It was to discuss your marriage to Arya, wasn't it? Yes, that's correct. Asta, the blood contract that Arya signed needed to look like a normal legal document. But I just realized something while reading it. The language used would have made sense under a different context. In that contract, Arya gave you her mind, body, and soul. It would bind her to you so long as you both live. Wait, are you saying no? In other words, till death do you part. That's a big leap in logic, even for you. Whoever tricked my daughter would have surely destroyed the evidence by now. That demon went out of her way to destroy her memories of signing it. I doubt they would have left any copies of the marriage license to be found. Indeed, bringing such heavy accusations against a High Speaker or the King will require more than just speculation. Mr. Dance really came to testify and now is trying to indict the High Speaker? He's a traitor to the nation. I have more than just speculation, Your Grace. I have a copy of it. But your divine edict only recreates the terms of the blood contract, not the material that it was written on. The original document wouldn't be visible on your copy. That wasn't the copy I was talking about, Asta. What? Don't you wonder how I knew about that blood contract? Every attorney has a magical runestone. They allow to take pictures of crime scenes and write down notes magically. Yes, I'm well aware of them. And did you know that Arya took a picture of the marriage license she signed? What? He's right. She was so happy to finally have your union codified that she took a picture of your marriage license. Even though it was technically illegal to do so. Why would she? The moment she regained consciousness, she always thought she was a danger to others. She had no memories of what she did that day. She knew something was wrong. That's why she locked herself in a prison with an anti-magic field. She was being rightfully cautious. But had she simply left any of those anti-magic fields and checked her runestone, she would have found a picture of a marriage license with the same words as her blood contract. So I'll ask you this, Asta. Who gave that marriage license to her? Was it you or the High Speaker? If you don't want to answer, we can drag the truth out of both of you. Don't bother. No, so it really was you. Tell me, Mr. Cuthbert, do you know what the best kind of lie is? The kind that's hardest to disprove. No, not quite. It's the kind where you won't even try. The best kind of lie is the one you want to believe in. The truth can be right in front of you, but it will make you look away. If I recall correctly, McCoy made you experience that firsthand today. Your Majesty, what are you? I'm done with this farce. I'm sure if we brought the High Speaker to the stand, Cuthbert would just deduce what happened anyways. It was always going to end this way, I suppose. Perhaps I was just lying to myself. You. No, Asta, you whelp. Are you saying that it was you? You used my daughter to commit mass murder? I did, Lucio. What of it? How could you? And what right do you have to judge my actions, oh great scared lord? I was only cleaning up the mess you created. And if it weren't for Eris's little games, I would have done it in a much cleaner manner. Pardon me? No, I think I'll be pardoning myself. You can't be serious. I am the King of Wyvengard, am I not? Is that not my right? You're insane. Tell me, does this terrify you all? To know that I can do whatever I please, with no one who can stop me? Is this not what you've all been doing to the rest of the country? Do you seriously expect to get away with this? I do! Who has the power to stop me? The Scared Lord. Yes, exactly him. That's why he hosted this trial in the first place. His authority is above yours. I didn't ask who could stop me, Tyrion. I asked who was going to. Fuck. I didn't ask her to get harder. I mean... I don't know, I'm just... Anyways. What? What? I have you saying anything? Yes, Rathalion, have me arrested. Put my 7-year-old brother on the throne. I'm sure his history will tell you exactly how a kingdom fares when a child sits on the throne. But would you take the throne for yourself? You spent all those centuries huddled away in this ruined city. I am certain that you know exactly what problem this nation is facing and what it needs to right itself. Rathalion. I'm sorry, Mr. Cuthbert. I came here to do what was best for my people. I may not know the best course before me, but I know with painful certainty that it is not to seize control of this nation. I will not take that responsibility again. Nor will I thrust that responsibility onto those who would not have it. Not really surprising. From everything I've seen, negligence has been your one consistent trait. And what about you, Lucio? Are you going to try to depose me? The beloved prince, now king of Wyvengard? Or did you remember the people of this nation love me and hate you? I hear you're very skilled at arguing, Tyrion. But I doubt even you can make the public see that as anything other than a military coup. Yeah, fuck it, let's just do a coup. Like, fuck you, man. Can you imagine Grand General Lucio deposing the new king of Wyvengard before the previous king's body is even interred? I just wonder how bloody of a civil war that would punch this nation into. And even if Lucio doesn't have much difficulty crushing the commoners, I'm sure you can imagine just how tempting a weakened Wyvengard would look to the other nations. Damn it, by killing someone von Sanctus, he left the power vacuum only he could fill. Master, you're holding the entire kingdom hostage. I am merely consolidating power where it belongs. In the hands of a king, a kind and benevolent ruler, who is finally going to fix this fucking nation. You murdered several people, consorted with demons, and enslaved your own fiancé. I am sure that to you, my actions may seem evil and unforgivable. But to the rest of them and the Wyvengard nobility, I very much doubt I'm even the first to do such a thing. This is just politics. And I think that makes checkmate, Cuthbert. I can't believe it. I've always wanted to say that. What are you doing? You're just gonna let him get away? Yeah. Lucio, she's your daughter. You're just gonna let him keep control over her? My daughter would not sacrifice the stability of Wyvengard for her freedom. You know that to be true. That's... Why don't you kill him, Celeste? Fuck it, you do it. Let's do a coup. Let's do some shit. Let's do some shenanigans. You do it. Get a gun. You killed so many people and he enslaved Arya. He almost killed you and he tried to kill me. Wait a minute, that's right. Why did he try to kill you? What do you mean? Part of the royal family. I've been telling you bitches. Faster as the patron, that means that P.S. originally sent that letter to him. Let me do it again. Here, just like think about like fucking butterflies or some shit while I take a sip of my soda, okay? Monarch butterflies are my favorite. That's a true fact. That's not like a weird reference to what the current goings-ons. King Wyvengard just recently died. What if Celeste was a member of the royal family? But that wouldn't entirely make sense. Even if McCoy was of royal blood, as is the king's eldest child, and he's of pure royal blood, McCoy would have no claim to the throne under these circumstances. If you were his half-sister, you wouldn't have a claim to the throne. So why would he go to so much trouble to kill Pierce and you? Maybe he just wanted to make sure? But he wouldn't have killed Eris, but he wouldn't have Eris kill Pierce personally if it wasn't important. He needed both you and Pierce to die during the massacre. Which means that you two were just as important targets as von Sanctus and Sybil. Okay? My potential claim to the throne would be the only reason why he'd be scared of me. If that wasn't a problem, why would he be so scared of Pierce's blackmail? Lunch succession would be the only reason why he'd be scared of Celeste's parentage. Recall what you remember about Wyvengard's laws regarding parentage. Wasn't there something someone mentioned about that? Fucking... Call Eris ill matter. The Constitution still includes the skill of our government. Oh my god! Is she a dragon? Skillorn and his kin can override the king's rule. Wait. Oh my god. No shot. No shot. A flood of memories comes back to you. Celeste McCoy, by the authority of Wyvengard's crown, you're under arrest. Why is your case and screams against him just for trying to break free, even between the three knights is taking all the strength to subdue her? I know where that wants to go now, I actually just heard a few spells today. Spells as in plural? How long did it take you to learn these spells? A few hours, I think. So the same weekends that I do. Spells that have you mastered. I haven't really mastered any of them. 7 spells though. 7, that's almost 4 times the amount I know. She's learned even more spells. She's been picking them up rather quickly. Make no mistake, given my human form, I've always had the strength of an ancient dragon. This can't be real. But what is it, Tyrion? It's absolutely crazy, but it also makes a lot of sense. Her ridiculous strength, her natural talent for learning magic, she inherited all of it from him. Are you okay? You got really pale all of a sudden. Once you reveal this, there's no going back for her. Do you even have any right to do this to her? No, Arya's freedom rides on this. As much as it pains you, this is the only way to save her and Wyvern. I'm sorry, Celeste. What? What are you apologizing for? What I'm about to do will change your entire life. Possibly in a way you don't want it to. It will place an unimaginable responsibility on your shoulders, but it's the only way to save Arya and stop him. I'm sorry. Please forgive me for doing this. Do you think one little life-changing event could ever change how I feel about you? God. It's like the Doctor Who scene. I'm not even referencing it, I forget the quoting. Are you sure? I owe you and Arya for what I did. But this is... You need to do this to save Arya, right? It's partially my fault she's in this situation. But if my life is really gonna change because of this, promise me one thing. What is it? Just take responsibility for what you're about to do? Of course. I was always going to do that, regardless of what happened. Good. Are you two done flirting with each other? If you have nothing else to say, stop wasting all of our time. Master, I know who Celeste's father is. Wait, really? What? No, you're bluffing. You have to be. Why don't we test that theory then? You said that no one could contest your rule over Wyvern aside from the Scale Lord. But there's one more person, isn't there? What are you talking about? Only the Scale Lord has the political power to override the will of the king. And his kin, Lucio. Yes, I suppose that's... Holy! As to the Wyvern, you needed Celeste to die during the massacre. It's because her existence would always pose a threat to your rule. Are you serious? We should have consulted with the Dragon Man before we said the word like that. People of the Wyvern nobility, your current king was fearful of my bodyguard's parentage, and now we know why. Celeste McCoy is the daughter of the Scale Lord Berthalion, ancient dragon and creator of all arcane magic. What can I say? I thought I was wearing a condom. Judging from your reaction, I'm right, aren't I? I'm half-dragon? Well, I'm apparently part angel, so you're in good company. So that demon was speaking the truth. As to the Wyvern God, as the Scale Lord's kin, Celeste has the authority to pass judgment on you and override your rule. And when you're gone, she will take your place as the ruler of Wyvern. Mr. McCoy, think about this. Can you even begin to grasp what it takes to lead a nation, much less this broken one? You'll find this crown no less binding than any blood contract. Just tell me one thing, Aster. Why did you do this to Arya? She trusted you. She loved you. You could have changed Wyvern together with her. And you could have done it all without having to do any of this. Is that what you really think? I suppose you would. You probably also think Tyrion is the first person to try to change this nation while still working within its laws. There's nothing wrong with having ideals and working within the law. My father was like that too. He was a man of ideals, once. But I watched my whole life as he was forced to compromise on everything he believed in, one ideal after another. It was to keep the peace. We must maintain the stability between the noble houses to uphold law and order. And do you know who paid the price every time? Not him, not me, not any of the nobles gathered here. No, the people who paid the price were the common folk. The kind of people you two are always trying to save. Except I think you've done more... I think you've technically have tried to defend more nobles now. Because... Celeste, Arya... Was there a third one? I feel like there was a third one. Does Beatrice count? Kinda... Well, we prosecuted her, but... Well, we did prosecute her. We offered help. I would have honestly thought you'd understand by now. A gulf exists between what is just and what is lawful in this kingdom. I'd have thought that you two, out of everyone, could have understood why I did this. We know it's not fair, but it can change, and you had the power to change it. I am changing it! You worked so hard to find the truth of all Cygnus and Sybil's murders. But here's a little bit of truth that's evident to everyone in this room except you two. Half of the people here are glad they're gone, and the other half wants to be the ones to replace them. The blood I shed in a single hour did more good for this kingdom than you two could have done in years. So that's how you plan on fixing this country's problems? By working with demons and killing your way to a brighter future? If I have to, why not? Every day, across this nation, commoners are killed and oppressed at the hands of the very nobles gathered in this room. They bleed this country dry and feed on its people like carrion. I am merely returning a much-needed sense of equality. Do you really think that any of you are in a position to judge me? All of you who came running at the news of my father's death. All of you who could be the first to fill my ears with your sycophantic praises. Do you know what the difference between Eris and all of you is? Eris was just a bit more honest. Arya wanted to change that. She would have helped you. Arya's too stupid and naive to do anything. She loved you. How can you... She loved her idea of me. She loved the weak and ineffectual prince who would have borne watching his kingdom rot with a smile. She loved your kindness, Aster. This is kindness. The blood I will spill will be the greatest kindness this kingdom has ever known. And once I am done, Wyvern will be better and stronger for it. Aster. McCoy, I don't care what you are. The Scared Lord's daughter, the rightful heir, none of that matters to me. I will save my kingdom and its people, and it will carve the rot out of its heart. Nothing will stand in my way. I am Aster D. Wyvern, King of Wyvern, and consort to the Lord of the Sixth. I am... nothing but a dead man. Volnus... Lucio. What? No! Lucio, what have you done? The blood contract, Cuthbert. What? My daughter's blood contract. Does it still exist? You check your satchel, and sure enough, it's completely disintegrated. Its conditions may have been fulfilled. Its conditions have been fulfilled, haven't they? Because they no longer both live. Excellent. That is not what we discussed, Lucio. My daughter would never be free as long as that wretch lived. McCoy agreed to take his place. That was always how it was going to be. Lucio, this is... Save your breath, Cuthbert. I already know. Kingsguard, what are you standing around for? The Grand General has just committed regicide. Arrest him at once. Man. Way to go, Lucio. Big fan. You did kill probably my favorite character in the game. Except for maybe Tracker. And Tamora, weirdly enough. But like, way to go, man. Fucking kudos. You all exited the Scale Lord's lair. Considering everything that's happened, There wasn't really a point in continuing the trial. Arya was saved, Eris was vanquished, at least temporarily. And the patron no longer lives. Hey! Hi. We won, didn't we? Why does this feel so... Right, I understand what you mean. He was a terrible person. He killed people. He tried to kill us, and he used Arya like a puppet. And I really wish we could have changed his mind. Yeah. Sometimes people are beyond saving. And I think he made up his mind a long time ago. He knew what he was doing to Arya, and I can't think of any other way we could have freed her. I know. I just hope she's... Hello. I'm glad I found you before you left. You freeze up when you look at her. More specifically, you're a little disturbed by what the Eye of Horus is showing you. No, Arya! I'm sorry, what are you apologizing for? Arya? If it's about your testimony, I'm afraid I will need to charge you with perjury. Ah, right. Wait, seriously? Come on, I'm basically your superior now. No one is above the law. That was made apparent when... She suddenly stops talking. She doesn't trail off, her voice doesn't break. She simply stops, as if a machine that had lost its power. Arya? Anyways, I'm sure it's nothing to worry about. You do have a talented defense counsel after all. Right. You really want to say something back, but you're too disturbed to say anything. Anyways, I wanted to thank you for the work you've done, Mr. Cuthbert. I truly mean it when I say you have my gratitude. Yeah, no problem. Anyways, I have much work to get done now that the Grand General is in my custody. I'll be taking my leave. Yeah. What was that all about? Why didn't you say anything to her? I didn't see anything through the eye. Is she subconsciously guarding her emotions? I guess I don't really blame her. No, Celeste. I don't see anything. What? I looked at her with the eye. She wasn't even guarding herself. And I saw nothing. There was no anger, no sadness, no fear, no joy. I've used the eye to see the souls of countless people. And I've never seen that before. It was like I was looking at an empty husk. You're right. I should have said something. I'm going to... As you're about to chase after her, she stops you. Do you mind if I talk to her? What? Are you sure? Yeah. They actually hang out a lot outside the trials. I think she might respond better to me. Remember the comforting feeling of her hand in yours. Alright. I'll let you handle it. Once again, you remember the comforting feeling of her hand in yours. Just, you know, keep it verbal. But, never mind. I don't know what I'm saying. Just go. Alright, weirdo. Looks like you've gotten the acquittal of yet another client, but it didn't tie up quite so neatly as you hoped. What do you mean she's gone? She was just here. I'm sorry, Your Grace. You may not know what the future has in store for the two of you. Perhaps that's okay. You have a feeling that as long as you have her, no, as long as you have everyone, you can begin forging your own path. The path that is completely chosen by you this time. Hey man, Arya, where are you? Oh, hey! Pops? My apologies. I didn't mean to frighten you. No, it's fine. You're looking for Miss Steelman, aren't you? Yeah, how'd you know? She's been sitting outside my lair for a while. I tried speaking to her, but... Yeah, I get it. I'm gonna try talking to her. Of course. Wrath? Yes. I'm not mad at you, you know? What? I'm not sure why you left me at the McCoy Tavern. But because of that, I got to be raised by my mom and dad. And if I didn't live there, I would have never met Tyrion, or Arya, or Ruby,
I probably would have met Arya, but still. I could never be mad about you giving that to me. Plus, now that I know I'm half dragon, that's pretty cool, isn't it?
Miss McCoy.
Don't be so formal. I'm talking about your daughter, aren't I?
Right, Celeste. So, I've been meaning to ask about you and Mr. Cuthbert. Are you two?
Eh. Oh, wow, look how late it is. I'd better go talk to Arya right now. I'll see you later, Scale Dad. Scale... I better... just bye.
She called herself my daughter. I suppose I understand how you feel now, Lucio.
Aww. Hey, Arya?
Oh, Celeste, what are you doing here?
Just making sure you're doing okay. You are doing okay, right?
I am. There's no need to worry about me.
You're staring at the sky. Gazing at the stars?
I was looking at the moon. It's full tonight.
Mind if I watch it with you?
Do what you want. Technically take orders from you now.
You know, there was also a full moon outside on the night my parents found me in their inn. That's why they named me Celeste. It's the word for heavenly bodies in their draconic language.
Is that so?
Yeah, they told me they thought I was a gift from the Scaled Lord. In a roundabout way, they were spot on, actually. It's a little funny when you think about it. By the way, I never got to thank you for sticking up for me before.
What?
Remember, you jumped onto the stand when Tyrion manifested my blood contract. Not that I blame him. I don't think he believed me in me at that point. Sorry, it's been several hours of doing this. If you'd never done that, who knows how this could have ended up. I really appreciate you doing that. You're a really good person, Arya.
I was merely doing what I thought was right.
Still, thanks. You're not really going to charge me with perjury, are you?
Yes, I was serious about that.
Yeah, damn it.
But we do require your help to hold the structure of our kingdom together. I won't sentence you to jail, but I might have you do some community service.
Yeah, fine. I guess I can live with that. My father told me I was being too lenient, but I can understand the position you're put in.
Oh, I'll do stupid things for love, after all. Stupid.
Arya?
How could I be so stupid?
Hey, you're not...
I'm a complete and utter fool. I knew about blood contracts. I'm an attorney for Lord's sake. I've read countless legal documents. I knew something was wrong. But I was just so stupidly happy.
Hey, that's not fair.
No one expected him to do something like that. Now my father is going to pay for my stupid mistake.
I'm sorry.
Celeste, why don't I trust him so much? He used me. With my hands and my magic, he made me...
I'm sorry. I did to you was horrible. I don't know how to make it better. But you're not alone, okay? It's not just me. Tyrion, your father, we're all here for you. So please, don't shut off your emotions from us.
Thank you. Celeste, I think I've made a decision.
What's that?
I'm going to drop the charges of perjury against you.
Wait, are we still on that?
What's all this noise about?
Man, have you been living under a rock, lady? Read the morning paper. The Scaled Lord has returned.
What? Demonic attack claims lives of prominent figures.
Chaos broke out yesterday during the private wedding between Arya Steelwind and Crown Prince Asadi Wyvengard. That's a lie. In a surprise attack orchestrated by a malevolent demon, a devastating loss was inflicted upon our kingdom, shattering the very foundations of our power and stability. The carnage left in the wake of this abysmal assault was nothing short of catastrophic. Among the fallen were Lady Coraline Sybil, Lord Lloyd von Sanctus, and Lord Lucio Steelwind. Both King Olivier and Crown Prince Asa made a heroic attempt to repel the foul monster, and while the profane demon was felled, the King and the Crown Prince tragically lost their lives in the ensuing battle. Sure. However, amidst the chaos and despair, a glimmer of hope emerged to prevent the kingdom from descending into further disarray. The scale Lord himself descended from the heavens, restoring order and making a profound proclamation. In a selfless act to maintain the integrity and unity of Wyvengard, the scale Lord anointed his only daughter as the new queen of Wyvengard. But... again with the scale Lord nonsense. This reeks a violent political coup. Yeah. Whoever this new queen is, I bet she's another rotten noble. Huh. Turns out there's a picture I found on the next page. What the fuck? Wait, what the...
Oh, fuck you. Oh, I forgot you existed. What's your voice? Why is it going automatically? But I want to continue to atone for all the harm I've caused. Okay, I guess that's just how this goes. Oh, shout out to Regan. It's over. I'm finally free. I'm free. I'm not reading any of this. Why are you looking at me like that? I don't know what you were saying. I'm free! There's gonna be like 40 parts! Hey, who are you? Kitchen staff? I feel partially responsible for what happened at the Imperial Academy. Oh shit, it's not that. I'd like to make amends however I can. Don't worry about that. The business has been booming ever since we set up shop in the phone. The more customers mean more work for me. Ryan Mara's Amico. Fuck. I've been developing my necromancy skills ever since I began working for Lord Asclepius. I'm quite good at it. Don't get ahead of yourself, you're going to contend at least. Yeah, that guy had no... You're probably the best necromancer I know. Aside from me, of course. Okay, I need a waifu consultation. Okay. I've read my record. Perhaps that's a good thing. But if your memories are gone, your crimes can't be changed. It's not just your sentence, but I do hope you can live out the rest of your life in peace. Yo, turn the right music! The whole fucking reason... These guys are... The music is the only reason I play this fucking game. Emotions have ensued since. Who are you? Oh, you're one of the punks. Hey, it's Lionel. Oh no, it's you. That crazy chick isn't with you, is she? Why are you looking behind me, man? Did you just call me crazy? Oh Lord, run for it, Gavin! Gosh. Does that mean Tyrion's gonna end up being the king? Good to see you, Mr. Cuthbert, from what I hear. So we moved up in the world. Can't believe I gave Dracogen and also the dragon the same voice. That's fun. I suppose I have you to thank for that. You're quite the... What did Her Majesty call you? An angel investor. Actually, I'm here on behalf of Her Majesty. We both had an idea for a business venture. And we think it would set a good precedent if we employed a company with your business practices. Oh, I think I like the sound of that. Shout out to Allison Martin, I like the trombones. Dumpalumbi. I don't know how to pronounce your name. Also, I've been reading something. I recorded the last, like, 5 episodes, which have all been, like, over an hour long. When did I start this? It was definitely at least 2. I think before 2 when I started this. I had class shit. I missed one of my classes today. Sounds like a step in the right direction. Tracker will do best to help Queen. I appreciate the gesture, but I don't think... Things need gold, right? Tracker can dig for gold. Fuck yeah. Tracker! 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 Tyrion oh yeah, he did say a few lines. Prepare... Adriana Figueroa! Fuck, how did I not notice that? I fucking adore her music. What the fuck do you mean? Oh my god, oh. My voice doesn't sound any... How dare I think I could make a character with her voice? My god. Lucy, when did oh. Like you said, objection. I think Gil sacrifice. I want this job. Such humility, such self-sacrifice. I'm literally a queen. Her occupation still says bodyguard. Actually, this job is kind of annoying. Okay. I can't believe I didn't know. She does say like one line. Next time I hear Adriana's voice, Adriana Figueroa's voice, I'm gonna be like thinking back to my Celeste voice and be like, oh my god, it was so inaccurate, I could have done so much. Actually, there's not much I could have done. I can't impersonate people. I can slightly change the way my voice sounds and that's it. Suppose you have every reason why they chose those in power. But we are going to fix this kingdom, and we're going to do it within the confines of the law. To be fair, Aster probably did help a lot. in our goal to do things legally. Oh yeah, I really wish he could talk to us. We just need some time to process everything that's happened. And I don't think he'll be very receptive to us. At least, not right now. We should probably hire a therapist. We have those? The Luna. Shout out to the Luna. Crowdfunders. Are you okay? Yes. Really appreciate you coming here with me. His actions were absolutely deplorable. I was hoping coming here would give me closure, but with once Sanctus and Sybil gone, we have had a much easier time repairing our kingdom. I feel uneasy about all this. Oh, I also see what you mean. He may have had good intentions, but he refused to let anyone work with him. Even with Eris, they were just using each other. I do think he really wanted to change Ravengard, but he would only do it on his own terms. Even if he did end up achieving his goals, the legacy he'd leave behind would be one of blood. No lasting peace or justice could have that in its foundation. That's surprisingly mature for you. Hey, I'm always mature. Goodbye, Master. There we go. There's the crowdfunders. Y'all made the right choice. I know this game. Are you kidding me, Ruby? What kind of ridiculous case was that? Weren't you the one who called a monkey to the stand during Beatrice's trial? Yes, I suppose you have a point. Anyways, truth is often stranger than fiction. You should know that better than anyone. Oh my god, I just realized. Is this what I've been doing to Arya? Hey, you're the one who wanted to be lead prosecutor. I'm only filling in for her until we can find a qualified replacement. And if you ever get bored of life as a royal, there's always a spot open at my office. Whew. Man, this game was fucking dope. I see they allowed you to keep your axe. I thought I asked you to stop visiting me. You did. I merely chose to ignore you. McCoy's impertinence is rubbing off on you. I'll take that as a compliment. I am glad to see you in such good spirits. It's clear that I underestimated you. This game was good. Oh my god. Some of the... I'm surprised you're not sentencing me to death. I suppose I should be grateful.
Yeah, we kinda need you alive so we know when Eris is back.
You're using me like a canary in a coal mine. I'm almost proud of you two. Although, I am curious as to why she hasn't returned yet. Don't be ominous with that shit. I can't play another one, fucking none of these. I hope this game did well. I know it didn't do too popular online.
What the hell is this? Why are you preventing me from leaving?
I guess very well stand to make you fool yourself a second time. You are not to leave the Sixth Circle until I tell you otherwise. So says the word of Osmodeus.
Are you grounding me?
That's really fucking funny, actually. If you want to behave like a potential child, I'll treat you like one.
I swear, when I get out of here...
What have I told you about speaking in future tense? No, because of the... That's fucking funny.
Are you sure you don't want to move into the castle with us, Mom? No, I've grown attached to this place. It was your father's. It doesn't seem right to abandon it. Yeah, I get what you mean. Anyways, I want to give you two some privacy. Mom? So stop dragging your feet, Tyrion. I want to live to see my grandkids. Ugh.
So many thoughts.
So, I was wondering, you lived for a really long time, right?
I have.
Do I have any siblings?
No, I'm sorry. There was one many centuries ago, but I lost her. It was rare, even across the centuries when I've sought companionship. Dragons are magical beings, and the creation of offspring is rare. So much so that it's a miracle that you were born. I'm sorry, but you are alone.
I don't really feel that way. I think I spent so much time with Arya that she's basically my sister now. And Tyrion, well...
Perhaps I should have some words with Mr. Cuthbert.
Don't you dare.
This game made me happy. I'm sorry I didn't do super well on the channel, but it's fine. I have new plan.
So we meet again, Crimson Demon. Who keeps telling people about that nickname?
Who knows? It could have been anyone.
Tyrion? You don't like it? I could help you come up with a new one. I'm good, thanks. How about Scaled Empress? Okay, I actually really like that one.
I've planned for the channel, but I'm glad I could do this. I'm glad I could do it, and oh, holy Cuthbert, fuck, I can't, this video is gonna end up being 2 hours long. If they keep calling every fucking guy. Damn, like you don't know anything. What? Oh, I see. So it's for her.
What are you doing?
It's a surprise?
Alright, you weirdo.
This game's good. I'm glad I could do this. I'm glad I could make a... Okay. Fuck, let's just finish the scene. I'm afraid, I think my recording fucks up at 2 hour mark, so...
Hey, why'd you bring me out here? You're not usually this secretive.
Come on, it's a surprise.
Wait, is that a boat? Are you gonna be okay? I thought you were really prone to motion sickness.
Don't worry, I've done this plenty of times before.
Alright, if you say so. Tyrion, it's really dark. Are you sure this is safe?
Right, yes. There'll be plenty of light soon.
Soon?
In about 3, 2, 1. Fireworks? No.
Wow. right on schedule. You knew this would happen? During certain times of the year, the lane lines around AotA become extremely potent. A lot of the businesses here take advantage of this charge to the Arcane... take advantage of this to charge the Arcane power cells in their homes. And those effects are amplified when they do it simultaneously. This is what happens when they synchronize with each other. It lights up the entire city. You're such a nerd. But it's beautiful, right? Yeah, it is. My mom used to bring me out here before everything happened. You're the only other person I've ever showed this to. Oh. I really miss being able to spend time with you like this. Right. Me too. It was so much simpler when you were just an attorney and I was your bodyguard. By the way, occupation still says bodyguard. Now I'm the Scale Lord's daughter and you're the lead prosecutor. We barely get to see each other. But at least we're together now. And you have something to remember whenever we're apart. Yeah? This is so sweet. I love him so much. What? Your thoughts are leaking, Celeste. What do you... Yeah! Yeah, it's been so long, I forgot to... There's something wrong. She's always had a habit of teasing you, so you can't help but enjoy putting her on the other end for once. I didn't really mean... Wait, no, I didn't mean it, but... I know this is a really rude thing to say. I kinda hate the Eye of Horror sometimes. I love you too, Celeste. Okay. You try to inch closer to her, but she's trying her hardest to avoid eye contact with you. But there is one way to make her meet your gaze. Tyrion, Do you not want this? Of course I do. I think I've wanted this for a long time. I always find myself smiling like an idiot whenever we're together. I don't think I felt this happy before. Ever. Their faces inch closer to each other. Woo! Oh. You two may never be able to go back to your own lives. But moments like this make everything worth it. And you'll always keep your promise, right? No matter what happens, no matter where each of us go, we'll go there together. Good. Sorry, this is a little too much. I'm feeling a little lightheaded. Take all the time you need. Right now, we have all the time in the world. Who the fuck are you? Hey, have you heard about what happened in Vanguard? Is that what you've called me here for? This could have been in an extra email. Launch Sentinel? Email? This is serious. How do we not know about this Tyrion Cuthbert? Keeping records of the Heavensborn is Lumina's responsibility, High Inquisitor. Great Cuthbert was always a slippery one. Even you can track her. And he's just one Heavensborn. Yeah, he brought the Lord of the Six to the court of bloody Azathoth. Do you have any idea the amount of damage they could have had done to the multiverse? What the fuck? You're worrying too much. We're still here, aren't we? The multiverse is intact and everything is fine. What does any of this mean? Elia, here's your Eye of AotA. What the fuck? What? I checked the data my drones collected. These readings, they are exactly the same as the ones we gathered during our experiment with Frey. He awakened its power, albeit briefly, and he did it in front of the Lord of the Sixth. We must assume that the Lord of the Ninth knows about it as well. Come on, that's not possible. Even you said it was impossible to manifest Odin's power on the mortal plane. The Lord of the Ninth has begun moving his forces. He knows, Ilya. You know better than anyone else. Nothing is impossible when the House of Horus is involved. Alright, you win. I'll look into this. Exercise discretion. If they ever find out what we did with Frey, I know it can mean war with Rivengard. Ilya. It could mean war with the entire Outer Planes. What do you mean to be...
Oh, in the background's the fucking... Oh, fuck. Fuck, dude. Fuck. Oh, shit. I got, like... Fuck. I got 4 minutes left before the recording stops, I'm pretty sure. If the FNAF recordings are anything to go by. Oh, my God. This game's great. I love Feelings Right. I love Solving Crimes. The characters were really good. This game... There was a chance this game could have ended up being shit. I didn't know much about this game. I'm so happy I played it. I know it didn't do a lot of... I know my views didn't do very good. But I don't think I would have played this on my own had it not been for this whole thing, and I really like doing the voices, even if one person heard them. And sorry to you, Stripe, for releasing a 2-hour video. I don't even think you like the game very much. We can talk about it later. We can talk about the pod. If you want. I'm just talking to you now. I'm absolutely going to do this with the Apollo Justice trilogy. I am going to be changing up the ways I do this. I'm looking into maybe doing this channel as a weekly thing with slightly more edited content. There's a lot to figure out, but I'm just happy I played this game. I was a little bit spoiled on the whole Aster thing, I'll have to admit at this point. I think I would figure it out anyways by the end there. I don't really know what his deal was, so it was still fun seeing that. I like Tracker. Tracker's the best character. Besides the monkey. I like the monkey a lot. But sometimes the puzzles were a bit fucky. That's part of the course with this franchise. This was a really good game. I don't have anything else to say. I have a lot more to say, but I can't really think of it right now. My voice is just kind of fucking destroyed. I might not be able to speak, like, tomorrow. There's a genuine chance of that. I started recording at 2, I think before 2, and it's 7 now, so my voice is in shambles. Especially doing the fucking shit with Eris at the end with her demon form. I kept trying to do, like, the voice changing thing. I don't know why I went for that, but I did. Eris's voice is really hard to do, especially when angry. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Fuck. I'm happy this happened.